Joyce, Scotland.
Easy question there, Joyce. Easy.
The SNP will continue to demand another independence referendum as soon as possible, but realistically, actually, has the campaign for the 2021 Scottish elections already started?
Yes, I think it has, and it will certainly be a very, very interesting and perhaps decisive election for Scotland, the 2021 election. I think in terms of the independence referendum, I think what you'll increasingly hear from Nicola Sturgeon, although maybe not from other factions in the SNP, is that the important thing is to establish that the Scottish Parliament has the right to call the independence referendum. Nicola Sturgeon will not be wanting to call an independence referendum that she might lose this year, any more than Boris Johnson will be wanting to.
That's an interesting point. So do you think, I mean, there was that talk, wasn't there, after 2014, that they didn't want another one until the polls were showing consistently support of about 60%? Because, as Gordon Wilson, the sadly departed former leader, used to say, that rule number one of nationalism, you don't have a referendum on independence unless you're going to win it.
Yeah.
And a second one, they have to win it. So do you think actually they will be thinking that we need to see a substantial shift in the poll?
They'll be thinking that, but they'll also be thinking about the power of a campaign. I mean, the impact of the campaign last time was really unexpected and unprecedented. But what they will be thinking about above all is that the way to convene the largest possible sort of section of Scottish opinion is to say this is not necessarily about having an indie ref this minute, but it is about establishing that Scotland has the right to hold one when the Scottish Parliament deems fit. And that is a very appealing argument, I think. If you've got a national parliament and a kind of general principle that you've got a right of self-determination, then that sounds, like a very, it is a very reasonable argument. And I think Nicola Sturgeon will be sticking very close to that throughout 2020. Briefly,
Jim, because we're running out of time, how does Boris Johnson respond to this? Do you think he just says, no, I've said no and I mean it? Or do you think they'll come up with something?
I think both sides need to be patient. Both sides need to play a long game. And none of this is going to be settled inside 2 or 3 years. It's going to be longer than that.
OK, thank you all very much for that. You held up well under pressure. James Cusack ending there, Joyce McMillan and Rachel Watson. Thanks for coming in, Rachel.